Hi, Gunners all around the world. Hi to all football enthusiasts all around the world. You're welcome to another edition of the Arsenal Alchemy. Yes, it's Arsenal, and we are the team in form at the moment. And but first, I'd like to apologize because I haven't done some sessions because of some few technical glitches we experienced, and we fixed them, so that's a good thing. But I decided to deliver this content after just immediately after our match against West Ham. It was a beautiful first half. It was a very high scoring first half. It was 7 goals in the first half alone, and a barren second half. It was we were expecting maybe the scoreline to get to about 7-6 or 7-2. We scored 7 goals, but that didn't happen. And but we're not going to take anything away from the first half performance. It was a wonderful first half performance to remember. The only gloss in the paint was probably the 2 goals West Ham scored. I thought they were avoidable goals, but hey, it happened. But it was an away performance, and it was an away win, and I cannot be happier that we won this game because, of course, Liverpool will be playing Manchester City tomorrow. So it was very, very important we won this game, and we duly did that. And it was, at least the first 25 minutes was electric. We were unplayable. The West Ham players couldn't stop us. The first goal was by Gabriel Jesus from a corner. I think he is the highest scoring defender in Europe at the moment, because he is just so consistent in attacking those balls in the corner line. The second goal was from Trossard. Of course, it was fed by Bukayo Saka, and he duly slotted in, and so that was good. He needed that goal because he's come under fire in the past few days, and it was a good goal for him to boost his confidence, to make him better, because it seemed like in the past few weeks he has been the subject of, a lot of Arsenal fans haven't really been happy with Leandro Trossard. So I'm hoping that goal boosts his confidence and makes him sharper and makes him more positive. The third goal was a penalty by Martin Ødegaard. The fourth goal was a beautiful goal by Kai Havertz, the much maligned Kai Havertz. And the fifth goal was another penalty by Bukayo Saka. Now, we have to talk about Bukayo Saka. I feel this guy is the most, underrated player in the Premier League. There is nothing this guy does to win the support of the neutrals, of the rival fans, of even a lot of pundits. He comes on the stick. Oh, he goes missing in games. No, he doesn't. This is a guy that has scored 4 goals and 5 assists in the last 6 games. Yep, that is about 10 goal contribution. This guy has been so consistent. It's amazing. we can only be glad and feel fortunate that he plays for us. Whatever people think about him, I don't care. So far, he's with us and he plays his game week in, week out. We will take it. And not only is this win very important, at the moment we sit kind of firmly on second, and I have a feeling for this weekend, even when all the games have been played, I have a feeling we are going to remain in second because the people around us, Chelsea and Manchester City, don't have easy games either. Chelsea play Aston Villa tomorrow. While a lot of people are giving that game, ceding the game to Chelsea, I don't think so because Aston Villa, they've kind of lost steam in recent times, but they have a very good coach and a very good squad. You can say they've been unfortunate in their last few games, and the fact that they play the Champions League isn't helping them either because the burden of playing 2-3 games in a week is beginning to reflect in their performance, is beginning to show in their performance. They are not as lethal, they are not as sharp as they used to be, as they were a few weeks ago. Remember, this is a team that, beat Bayern Munich in the Champions League. So I think from that game, they've just kind of regressed. They've just kind of regressed, gone backwards. So but still, they are a very good team. They have a good coach, they have a good squad, and an excellent goalkeeper whom I rate highly. So they're going to play Chelsea tomorrow. My bet on that game is a draw. I don't think Chelsea is going to win that game. I don't think Chelsea is going to win that game. And if you look at their record against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, they have the past 4-5 seasons, they have picked up points in Stamford Bridge. So I don't think it's going to be different tomorrow, but we will just wait and see. Then the other team is, of course, Manchester City, who will go to Anfield to play Liverpool. Now, in recent times, the past few games, Manchester City has been like a shadow of themselves. They have their defense. This is a team that have been known for their defense. They're very solid, no-nonsense defense. They've always had a solid team all round, But lately, they've fallen short a bit. I mean, we remember in the Champions League a few days ago, they gave up a 3-goals lead and against Feyenoord. Feyenoord is 6th in the Eredivisie, in the Dutch league, Holland league. They are 6th in that league, and they came back and clawed back to get a draw at the Etihad against Manchester City, and this was the last 15 minutes. It was a game whereby Guardiola could have managed the game better, but how they came back to draw that game, I will never know. I watched the highlights of that game, and I saw some very uncharacteristic defensive blunders by Manchester City. It was unbelievable. But that being said, they're going to Etihad. They know what is at stake. They are 8 points behind Liverpool at the moment. And they know if they lose this game, they are going to be out. They are playing a high-flying Liverpool, whom recently dispatched Real Madrid in the Champions League. 2-0. In fact, I watched that game. That game could have ended, and I'm not even exaggerating, could have ended 5-6-0. Easily. Liverpool lost some unforgivable chances. They even lost a penalty. I know Real Madrid lost a penalty too, but you have to consider the chances that Liverpool lost. Real Madrid had no chance. I know they're missing a few guys, but the person they missed the most from what I saw was Vinicius Jr. It's like if that guy is not in the team, Real Madrid are very ordinary without him in the team, you know. So they play tomorrow, and like I said, I'm hoping that game ends in a draw. And if anybody has to win, let it be Manchester City, so that we can draw some points, we can close up the gap. Right now it's 6 points between us and Liverpool, but you know, if they win tomorrow, it goes back to 9. But so we need even a Manchester City win at this point will be welcomed by me. But the worst case scenario, if they play a draw, I will take a draw any day. You know, but it's like I said earlier, it's good to be an Arsenal fan. At the moment, it is 3 emphatic wins. It's 3 emphatic wins on the bounce. We have scored a total of 13 goals in 3 matches and conceded 3. You know, so that is what I call a big improvement from our, you know, our flailing period where we didn't win any game in the closing period of October and much of November. In like a month, we didn't win any game, you know, both in the Champions League and in the Premier League. So the win against Nottingham Forest was fantastic. A 3-0, we kept a clean sheet. The win against Sporting Lisbon away was, I watched that game and it was a masterclass of a game. Remember, we went to Lisbon. We went away in the Champions League. Before that game, we hadn't scored in the Champions League away games. So scoring 5 goals away was a welcome improvement. It was a very, very positive outcome. The boys played great, and they followed it up by winning West Ham today, scoring 5 in the first half. Like I said, the 2 goals West Ham scored kind of dampened it, but it's an away game, and it's a +3. It's adding +3 to the goals difference, which if things go our way, we could stay second this week 13 of the EPL games. So I also want to say that from next week, we are going to introduce our prediction segment in my podcast. You know, we are going to predict games just before they happen. If you are a betting man, if you follow me, if you've known me, you will know that my predictions are usually very, very correct. And even if it's not the actual game results, but the outcome is usually very spot on. So you can always follow me if you're a betting person. You can get some much needed help from my predictions, so you can place in your bets and probably win some money. So we're gonna start that next week. I'm gonna record on Thursday. So the first prediction segment is gonna happen on Thursday next week, and I hope everybody can participate. I hope everybody can interact with me and let me know what you think. Before we end the segment, please guys, if you enjoy this program, if you enjoy this podcast, please do subscribe and please do press that like button. We need subscribers. We need as much likes as possible so we can serve you better. So that will be all for now. Till the next podcast, it's goodbye for now.